What's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I have been doing the exact same thing. Yeah, I went out for a drink today with a friend in College Park today, and I am buzzed, but I'm not drunk. But so I'm very coherent, and I'm not gonna fall asleep on the damn live. Okay, I'm not gonna do none of that today. But yes, I'm feeling good today. I had a day off, and I just wanted to chill and relax and just get myself together. Depending on how long this live lasts, y'all will be getting one more video tonight, and that is a story time that I did promise you guys earlier today. So if this video doesn't go too long, y'all will get a live later on tonight around 11:30 tonight. It's a late night story time or whatever. So y'all gonna get that tonight. I got a question. Now, I did my basketball wives review and I did 3 other videos today. Did y'all get any notifications for any video that I've done today? I'm asking for a reason. Did y'all get any notifications today from any video that I've done? Because this is probably the 5th one that I've done today, and I feel like nobody's getting any notifications. Did anybody get any notifications today? I see a no. I see somebody said yes. I see Universal said I did. I only got one notification. I'm pretty sure I know which video. I didn't just this. See? I can see that I asked for a reason. I can and see somebody just said no, I didn't. See, I can tell when I can definitely tell when people are not getting notifications or being notified about my videos. I can tell. It shows in the views. I can definitely tell. So I don't know what's going on because I've been putting out videos all morning. All morning. So yeah, we're gonna get into yep for this video, and I made sure I hit notify me because I was wondering what the hell going on. See what I'm saying? Like it's I don't know what's going on, but like I said, I had to ask because I can tell when there's no notifications because even when I put out my own videos and I get notified, I'm like, okay, the notifications are coming out. But then when I do a live or put out a pre-record and nobody and I don't get no notification at all, then I know that they're not coming out because the only one that I know for a fact that came out that I got a notification for was the Boss Man D-Lo video, which I put out to this morning around 8:30. And then this video got a notification once I pressed live and I saw it come through my phone. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, child. They really been fucking with me like for the last 24 hours. I don't know. I had to come and click on notify me. See what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on, y'all, but hopefully they're not gonna keep on playing with me and my channel and my numbers and my revenue. Cause don't play with me. Like for real. But y'all know we get started at the 5-minute mark. Y'all know that already. And we're at 69 people. You know, the goal with every single live that we do is that we hit 100. I just searched for YouTubers I like because this has been the pattern. See, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Let me see. Where did you get the hat? First of all, what's going on? I'm gonna tell you, I don't really remember where I got this hat from because I've had this hat since 2018. It was from an Instagram boutique. That's where I got it from. I got it from this Instagram boutique. And and I've loved this hat ever since. Like I done been to 2 different places with this hat, never lost it. So I don't know. I don't remember where I got it from. But what I will do right now for you, I'll look it up and see where you can get it from because I don't necessarily remember where I got it from. I just knew it was from an Instagram you know, what is it? Boutique. But if you want a living single hat from what I can see, I just Googled it. You could get it from T Public, and it's like $19 for it, or whatever. So if you want that hat, I can give you the link so you can get it. And it comes in different colors, by the way. So let me make sure this is the right link. Give me 1 second, because I just found it. Hopefully this link works. I hope this link works, because sometimes these links don't be working right. Let me make sure, because I know I got to do this video and shit, but I just want to make sure you guys get the link that you need to get for this hat. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. Copy. Oh, did the link work, by the way? Y'all let me know if it worked or not before we move on. Like, somebody can just click it and just tell me if it worked for them, and then we can go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so it worked. Okay, so anyway, we're about to go ahead and get into this live, y'all. We had 74 people so far. So this video is a reaction video, of course, and it's us talking about this Carlos King and Drew Sidora interview, y'all. Okay, so that's what we're here to discuss. That's what we're here to talk about, honey. And we're gonna get into the things of the things. Okay, now I was actually looking forward to this. I know this morning I was up working on some videos this morning, and when I saw this come across my screen, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta be down for this. I gotta be down like Brandy, because I really need to know what's going on with this. Okay. And I didn't watch the entire interview. I did see some of it, but not all of it. But from what I did see in here, it seems like this is the most transparent that she's ever been. And you know, a lot of people be giving Drew a whole lot of shit, and I'm probably one of the few people that don't. But we're gonna get into this thing now. I fast forward through the pleasantries, the 10 minutes of pleasantries, and Carlos talking about, I love the girls. Yes, yes, I love the girls. All that shit, you know. Love me some Carlos, but y'all know he irks me with that I love the girls stuff. I'm a big fan, and blowing smoke up everybody's ass like it's a damn muffler. I can't do it. But anyway, y'all. We're about to go ahead and get into it, y'all. It's 83 y'all up in here. Shout out to my moderators, Q, Santivia, Kendra, Payne, Janika, Norris, and Soulful, Nola, Naturally Nola, and I think that's everybody. So we're about to go. Oh, and Kimmy. I just seen her come in here. So we're about to go ahead and get into it, y'all. So let's take a listen. We're gonna do this is a reaction video, so let's get into it.
This has been 2 years in the making. Yes. I wanted to talk to you last season. Things couldn't work out logistically. And this year, we get a chance to sit down and clear the air. You know I'm a fan. You know that. You know that. And it's funny because when I met you for the first time at She by Sheree Fashion Show, you was like, you don't like me. What do you mean, Drew? I never said anything bad about you. You don't like me. I said, Drew, I actually like you a lot. But what I will say this season on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, it's an amazing season. And we are loving Drew Sidora.
Oh, thank you.
Do you feel the difference with the audience reception of you this season than past seasons?
You know, I try not to get caught up in that, because I kind of just, since I've come on the show, it's like I just let the cameras catch me where I am. I live my reality, and I kind of leave it there. You know what I mean? So, you know, I hear things. Obviously, people keep me in tune with what's going on, but I really don't know what the fans want. You know, I hear things, of course, I see a few things, but I really just try to stay in my truth and in my integrity. And I just feel like, for whatever reason, I've gotten some labels that just are not real, you know, and I wanted to sit down with you because, you know, you may talk to people here and there and do your cute little interviews, but I felt like with you, what I appreciate is that you are able to humanize things. And I felt like from the first time we talked, like you actually care, you know, and I just wanted to be able to have this moment to sit down to just clear up a lot of the misconceptions about me and just really give an opportunity unfiltered to talk about, you know, everything, anything. I'm an open book, always have been, but sometimes what you see in the matter of a couple of minutes doesn't tell the full story.
No, and as a producer, I know that. I know that. And listen, when you
I will say that the biggest thing about Drew that I don't understand when it comes down to the audience, and I've always said this, is the fact that everybody just goes in on Drew for any little thing. And I feel like if she does some things that certain other people on the cast do, the other people in the cast will get away with it. But if Drew does it and it's a big deal, they call her a liar, but they go off for Phaedra, who's a big ass liar. They go off for Porsha, who's also a big ass liar. But when it comes down to the situation at hand about Drew, then they act like she's the worst liar of them all, and she's the only person on this motherfucker that sits up here and lie. I just can't. That's the only thing that I really just can't get with when it come down to the audience, when it come down to Drew. Because I just feel like people just go in on Drew for anything. And sometimes it comes across like they feel like Drew is an easy target. So that's why they do the things that they fucking do. And I'd be like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, I've seen housewives do way worse than what Drew does. And the thing is, like, the shit that Shamia and Porsha did to Drew by meeting up with Ralph was real fucked up. Because if I was Drew and we came back next season, I'd throw a damn birthday party for myself and bring Fallon to the motherfucking party and see how Porsha like that. How would Shamia like it if Drew found her ex-husband and brought him to a motherfucking scene to ask questions about Shamia? How would she feel about that? I don't really think so. I'm sorry, y'all. That just made me go off. I don't like that bullshit. Y'all know I love some shit now. Don't get me wrong. I secretly love the mess, but I don't like no bullshit now. Don't ever play in my face the way that they've been playing the Drew face from the very beginning. I don't fuck with that. But let's continue.
You came on the show. We were all excited. We know you from the game. You play iconic Tion T-Boss Watkins in the TLC biopic on VH1. You had a long career. I love going on Twitter and seeing old movie clips of you.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us are reminded that Drew Sidora has always been that girl. So when you got on the show, there was this, and we talked about this off camera a couple of years ago, there was this perception that, okay, it's giving Tyler Perry movie. Ooh. You know, is Drew acting?
Yeah.
Is she not able to sit in the moment? And I remember talking to you about that, just us chatting. And I want the world to know this. When I said that to you, to your face, you did not understand it.
Yeah.
And you were so caught off guard. You said, Carlos, do you really think I'm not being real? And I was like, it comes across a little acty. And you were so, not upset by, that's the wrong word, but you were perplexed by that comment. I want to talk to you about that because I said it on my podcast before, like, is it acting?
Yeah.
And your reaction to me was so real. So I want to talk about that. Why were you shocked by that response that I gave you?
Honestly, I was shocked because, like I said, I never really get caught up in what the fans say, or I'm an actress. You know, people didn't like me from this role or that role or the game. And it's like, okay, that's my work. And I kind of just leave it there and move on to the next. So with this, I'm like, I chose to come on reality because it was not something I ever saw myself doing, but because I felt like people have seen me in these various roles, but never seen me as like the human being that I am and seen the good, the bad, the ugly, the struggle. And I felt like after COVID, you know, I was going through like a ruptured Achilles. And I was like, I want to just be more vulnerable. You know, I want to have an opportunity to connect with my family and just show me as more of like the mother, the wife, the sister, you know, all of the things that I am. So I was taken aback because I'm like, all I did was show my true self. I came on the show.
I do feel like she did show her true self from the very beginning. Like on her very first season, we saw that there were cracks in her relationship with Ralph. We already saw that. We already knew that. So you know, for people to say that she's not genuine or authentic is kind of crazy to me because she's shown her problems from the very beginning. She been completely honest about what she going through. I do think that Drew kind of hides certain things because she really don't want it to be put on blast that much. But other than that, like, I don't think that she's been a complete liar. Shout out to Nandy J, who's in my chat right now. She's a longtime subscriber of mine, and I really love it when we're live and she's in my chat and she, you know, talks about the astrology of it all. And I really, really enjoy seeing her comments when we do videos like this. So y'all need to give all the respect and the love to Nandy J, who's in my chat. Like I said, she's a longtime subscriber of mine. I remember names. She's a longtime subscriber of mine, and I just love to see her come in and just talk about the astrology of it all because a lot of that shit that she be saying is true. So shout out to you, Nandy. I love it when you come in the chat. Shout out to the 134 people that's in the chat right about now. We love you and we adore you. And if you're brand new to the platform, go ahead and subscribe. Let's continue.
Show in an Achilles rupture boot. I didn't come on the show in a Louboutin. I was literally at my lowest. And so I really just let go of all of what people would expect me to appear and was my most rawest self. So yeah, and everything that I've shown has been my real life. So when you said it to me, I was like, wait, what? Because there was never any thought that it wasn't, you know what I mean, real, because I was living and sitting in my truth to the point where I came on the show really to show like Black love. You know, Ralph and I talked about showing Black love, family, believers. We show
Black love. Y'all have shown us anything but Black love, honey. And I mean that. Y'all ain't shown us no goddamn Black love, honey, at all. And I hate to say it, child, but it's the truth now. It ain't that much Black love now. Y'all are showing us Black drama, Black couples that not to be like. That's what y'all have shown us now. And that's more so on Ralph than you, but I'm just being honest here, okay? But let's continue.
My church, my mom had, you know, that was what we wanted. And where we ended up was completely opposite. It was the toxicity of our marriage. And that's not what I wanted. So that was actually my worst nightmare. You know what I mean? But when people thought it was fake, I'm like, I wish it was, you know, because this is not the reality I ever wanted to show the world.
And we are seeing that reality this season because what we did learn this past episode was you guys, you and Ralph, met and then y'all were together within 3 months?
Yeah.
Engaged within, or married in 5 months?
Yes.
And you were pregnant within 8 months?
Yeah.
Now, Ralph is fine.
Oh, God.
Now, I'm going to give you that.
Well, I mean.
He's definitely cornbread fed. He looks like a big Snickers. Like, you know.
He works out in the gym. I mean.
No, Ralph is fine.
Yeah.
So I understand the acceleration.
Okay. Yep. Period.
I get it. I get it. But in hindsight, knowing what you're going through now.
One thing Carlos gonna do is let you know that your husband or your boyfriend or your man or your fuck buddy is fine. If you want to know if a motherfucker fine, you go to Carlos and you ask him if they fine. I promise you he'll let you know. He will let you know. I promise he'll let you know. There's one thing he gonna tell you.
And we'll get to that.
Oh.
Do you feel like Ralph gaslit you the moment y'all met?
Ooh, coming right out with it, right? That has been my most recent.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I need a tissue. I'm sorry. We got some in the bathroom. If there's none in there. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Drew. I hate this for her.
Thank you.
Dang, I was pretty for like... Now it's all going down.
The face is the face, honey. No one can deny the face card.
Okay. And, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Reset a little bit. This is why, it did take me a while to have this sit down because back then when you asked me, I knew I couldn't even get through a sentence really, at that time to talk through like my feelings. I am in a much better space, but there are still wounds, that need to be healed. And I think because we are on this show and I'm watching things in real time with everyone and I'm seeing his actions and his behavior, it is having me to ponder what you just asked, which is like, was it ever real?
There's a possibility that Ralph came into her life and made her feel like she was the only one, made her feel like she was everything, and she probably never felt like that before. Like she probably been with some men that never really gave her or showed her any type of love and affection. And he came along and he's charismatic, he's fine, he's, giving her whatever she needs, whatever she wants. And she falls for it very quickly, and then they get married and then have kids, and she already got a kid and did all that. And I think sometimes when you get love bombed from the very beginning, that's what you fall for, and that's what you expect to get continuously, and that's not what you're going to get. You're going to get something else, but not what you were asking for. And that is the basis of that situation, and that is the thing that really bothers people, is when they don't get what they want right away. And I think that with Drew, he love bombed her from the beginning. That's what happened. And one thing about it, and two things for certain, she fell for it, as many of us would, and then he showed her who she really was. Showed her who he really was later on down the line. He always had been toxic. I believe he was toxic from the very beginning. One thing about people that are toxic, and one thing about people that have a different face, they're not going to show you who they really are right away at all. But my thing about it is, once you find out, that'd be the most hurtful people in the world, hurtful things in the world to deal with. And I think that's what Drew dealt with.
Everything I thought is having me to consider, like, but was it ever love? Did he ever respect? Because someone that would go and have dinner with your ops, right? And sit there and bash you. And let's be honest, like, I'm still the mother of his kids. We have kids together. We were married for now 10 years. So I'm like, someone that loves you and that respects you as even just the mother of your kids wouldn't behave this way. So then I just said to someone, I said, unless they never really loved you and they never really respected you. And that's where my train of thought has been. Because for me, I've never set out to bash Ralph. I have done nothing but tried to protect him for his actions and tried to gain understanding for his actions. And as you see this season, I'm not sitting around talking about Ralph. I'm talking about my healing. And it was very, very hurtful to see that scene with him, Porsha, and Shamia.
When you saw Shamia and Porsha meet with your estranged husband, what was your knee-jerk reaction to that knowledge? Like, did you find out before the episode aired, or the trailer even?
Yeah.
Or even if you did, was it a gut punch to you to watch it and to hear what he said? Like, walk me through that moment, because listen, I love Porsha, I love Shamia, and I said this on my podcast. I said, look, I got to be honest. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the scene, and I gave my reasons why. I'm not here to regurgitate that.
Yeah.
I'm not married to Ralph, and I don't have kids by him. So I am curious to know, what were you feeling the moment you watched Shamia and Porsha meet with Ralph?
So during filming, I heard.
To be honest, if I was you, I want to beat both Shamia and Porsha ass. I'm just being honest. I would have wanted to whoop both of their ass. Because ain't no way in the fuck you think you're going to play with me. Okay? First things first, you already trying to read me in every motherfucking scene. You already coming for me. And your ass playing a lapdog to this motherfucker, thinking that you finna, jump me with her. And y'all sitting up here with my motherfucking husband, soon to be ex-husband. Baby, you're gonna have to come and see me. And I don't give a damn where you're gonna come see me at. You're gonna have to come see me at the well, I'm in Atlanta now, so I can't say the Piggly Wiggly. You're gonna have to meet me at the Kroger. You're gonna have to meet me at the Publix, at the Aldi around the block. You're gonna have to meet me some motherfucking way because we're not even finna continue this. Ain't no way in the fuck you think you finna play with me. They both need their ass beat. I'm just saying. And even Shamia, and I love her. But I think they deserve to get their ass kicked. Call me whatever you want to call me. Deserve her ass beat.
That they filmed together. But it was like variations. Like it almost sounded like they ran into each other at a restaurant. And so it was kind of like, oh yeah, they had some words and that was it. I didn't know it was like a planned sit down situation. So when I watched it, I'm like, wait a minute, this is giving like a full scene. This is like everyone knew and they are here together and they're happy to see each other. And I'm like, wow. And I like what they did in trying to cover it in a meeting of a podcast. I see what you tried to do there. Okay. But it landed flat because as we see today, there is no King and Queens podcast. We're not seeing the manifestation of that.
On Spotify?
I mean, I haven't seen it, and I think...
Oh, okay, your album is, though. Okay,
the album is. It's on Apple Music and iTunes. I know Ralph in the Basement is on his YouTube. But this other podcast with Shamia, I haven't seen any remnants of that. But they had this meeting, and so let's say respectfully it's a business meeting. All right. But it went into discussion of Drew. And that's where I felt disrespected. I felt, from Ralph being still technically legally married. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you're volunteering information that was between you and I. You're sitting here entertaining text messages that aren't real because we haven't seen them. You're entertaining basically a try of a takedown of me, a destruction of me and my character, and really everything I've built since the age of 8. It's like on top of what I've built for myself as an actress, as a mother, and then as a wife, you're trying to destroy that. And I just didn't think it was necessary. I didn't think it was necessary. And then he never told me. He never divulged anything to me. I literally found everything out on the show. And I just felt like, regardless of if our relationship and our marriage is not working out, there's still just a level of respect that you should have for the mother of your kids.
I felt so sorry for you when you allowed us, the viewers, to follow you go to court. And the judge, at the end of the day, did not do something that you wanted, which is, I believe, was unsealing.
Mm-hmm.
And he was gloating. And you were so frustrated and you cried. And I remember that in that moment, I said, and I like Ralph. I met Ralph. He's a cool guy. Again, I'm watching the show, so I'm only basing it off the show. I said to myself, oh, Ralph don't like you.
Okay.
He don't.
Wow.
He don't like you. And he's determined to expose you. Mm-hmm. I got that instantly. That was maybe a few episodes ago. So when I watched the scene and he brought up Tai, and he's alleging that, in the words of Lisa Nicole Cloud, that you and Tai are in a lesbian relationship. Okay. Is that true?
Well, what I can say is, at the time when all of this came out, right? Because to be honest, I'm tired of hearing about it. It's like a year old of information. It just wasn't the right time to talk about it, honestly. I think now today, I sit here and I say, like, what I went through with Ralph over the 10 years of marriage, no one got to really see that pain and really see every detail of what he did to me. And I can promise you this, if a cardboard box would have came and showed me some attention, I would have given it, right? Ty was someone at that time that gave me attention that I wasn't getting from my husband. And I said it on the show. She was a really great friend to me that, like, as simple as put, laughed at my jokes, understood me, listened to me. And so to have someone as your husband that's supposed to be your best friend that you feel like you can talk to and tell anything to, I didn't have that. Before I ever met Ty, there was so much that happened that at that point, Ralph had moved out of the bedroom. I was speaking with the divorce attorney. He was asking for a divorce. We were in conversations of a separation. And yeah, Ty was there and a great friend. Flirting? Yeah. But like at the end of the day, we both have said it was a great friendship. And I'll still say to this day, we're friends. We're not enemies. But relationships come and go, friendships come and go. And it wasn't what he was making out to be, as far as he wanted this divorce. I was fed up. There was infidelity, there was pain, there was hurt. And I feel like he waited for a reason. He waited for a reason. And I feel like that friendship was that reason he hung on to, and he's still hanging on to, because I had an open conversation with him about Ty being a friend. He felt like it was inappropriate, so we didn't talk anymore. You know, I thought we were in a position to reconcile. And again, I have been met with him wanting an open relationship, him wanting to have other women. He's not still been honest. I was waiting when Porsha and Shamia asked, have you ever cheated on Drew? I was waiting for him to be honest. And he got choked up. And he just threw out no. And I'm like, okay, if we can see it, we can see that he wasn't being honest. But I was waiting for him to be honest, because until he's honest about what we've gone through, you can't continue to point the finger and try to play victim as though.
Because that's exactly what he doing. He trying to use this Tai Young thing as a way to make Drew look bad, because he's been looking bad for the last couple of years. So now he wants to say, well, she was fucking on a woman, and that's why I chose to leave her stupid ass. That ain't the reason why you left. The reason why you left is because you wanted something else that she didn't want to give you, which is an open marriage. You know you want the other women. You already know that. So why are we sitting up here acting like we don't know that that's what you wanted to do? That's exactly what you wanted to do, Ralph. And you're not going to make her look bad. And you're not going to, no matter what you say or do, it's not going to make Drew look bad in the least bit. It's not, because you have shown yourself to be a lousy husband. You sat up there and lied to her face and played in her face about adopting her oldest son when you knew damn well you never had any intentions on adopting him in the first place. What you chose to do was play this little stupid ass game and say, oh, I would never want to take that opportunity away from the biological father and things like that. Get the fuck out of here. You never wanted to take on the responsibility of helping her raise him. You wanted them same damn stupid ass stepfathers that treats the biological kids better than the step kids because they're not your fucking kids. And you treat them like an outsider when you in the same house as them. So please stop playing. Drew really should have let the shit go from the very beginning when he chose to lie in her face and play in her face about adopting her damn son. It goes to show you that he had no damn genuine intentions in the first damn place. But I digress. And I'm gonna need for Ralph and Mimi Faust to stop being fucking bitter, because Mimi's still running her ass around here talking about Ty like she can't get over it. Whatever Ty did to her, it can't be no worse than what Stevie J the fuck did to her. So girl, shut the fuck up. We don't care at all.
You were hurt when you already wanted the divorce. Even dating back to when we lived in Chicago, he wanted the divorce.
I only want to push you as far as you want, because I'm going to say this, and I'm not labeling you. I want to respect the boundaries when it comes to this topic. And you have my permission to tell me to move on, and I respect it, because at the end of the day, again, I'm not labeling you. But what I will say is, as an openly gay man, I am not comfortable ever trying to out somebody or dig deep in terms of same-sex relationships, friendships, whatever. So I really want you to tell me respectfully when to stop. Okay, because I know you want to clear the air. And I'm only going to ask you things, and I want you to answer them if you want to. When it comes to you and Tai, the way Ralph made it seem like it was more than a friendship, that you guys could have been lovers intimately. What do you have to say to that? Were you and Tai ever intimate, kiss?
Flirting, yes.
Okay.
A lot of flirting. I'm not going to say that there wasn't flirting. There was a lot of conversation. There was a lot of group hangouts. And for me, there were just certain things that I wasn't comfortable with, and not judging anybody for their sexual orientation. I just love my husband, you know? And so there were certain levels. Now, I can't help if, you know, Tai felt differently or how she felt. I can't speak for her. But for me, I appreciated the friendship. I appreciated the conversation. I appreciated the fun. I appreciated, you know, the distraction from what I was going through. And so much so, I mean, she was around. We hung out publicly. So I wasn't worried about people seeing us or people, but I didn't know it was going to get to this extent to where he would say the reason why he wanted to divorce was because of Tai, because that wasn't actually true.
I'm going to be honest with you. When he said that was the reason, I'm going to be honest with you. When Ralph said the reason why we're divorcing is because of Tai, I felt that Ralph wanted to find a reason to bring up Tai. And it goes back to what I saw a few episodes ago. I just felt like Ralph is determined to embarrass you. And he wanted that to come out the way it appeared. And what I will give you props on is when he said it, they did do a flashback of a scene you did film. And everything you're saying, listen, to your credit, everything you're saying to me, you said on camera, they aired that 6-second snippet. So, but that's why I felt the intention was to embarrass you. I've been around Tai before. She dated my friend Mimi Faust. Tai is fine, and Tai could probably have me. I mean,
listen.
I mean, Tai is like a couple of dudes I talk to, so you know what I'm saying?
Listen, Tai is fine. Now, that is one fine stud. As a gay man, Tai is a fine motherfucker, okay? Like, girl, Tai could get me pregnant, child. Nandy asked when is Ty's birthday. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to Google her birthday. I didn't realize she was just 2 years older than me either. Let me see. When is her birthday? Go to her Wikipedia. She's a Scorpio. Ty's a Scorpio. Oh shit, Miss Ann already said it. I'm sorry, Miss Ann. I was not trying to take your job away. Miss Ann had already said it. My bad, y'all. But yeah, she a Scorpio. She's born October 30th, which is my best friend Rudy's birthday. October 30th. So yes, my best friend Jamar is also a Scorpio. He's November 4th though. But yes, October 30th is Ty's birthday. But yes, Ty is fine. I just wanted to stop by and say that.
And let's not pretend.
She's a motherfucker. No shade.
Yeah, and swagged out. And is a really good person. And I think that's why, even to this day, we're still friends. You know, I would never say, oh, she's not a good person, or minimize or, you know, extreme our friendship. It was just the intimidation that I feel Ralph felt, which I'm not going to say, you know, I can't speak for him, but I just feel like it was an intimidation there. And I feel like he was looking and grabbing onto straws of the reason why he could depart this marriage. And for what I endured, listen, my parents were married for 60 years until my father passed away. So I grew up desiring marriage, wanting marriage, thought marriage was forever because I didn't know anything different. So the times that he asked for a divorce or I found out he was with other women, I didn't ever consider divorce. I didn't. I fought for my marriage. I fought for my kids. I fought for my family. And I just feel like he was always putting that word out there. And his behavior on the show, I felt like he showed the most toxic side of him. Because as you said, he's fine, he's nice, he's cool, he's charming. I mean, I married him for those reasons. So
what's his sign?
He's an Aquarius. He's an Aquarius.
Call me next time.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
I know a few male Aquarius, child. We'll talk offline.
Listen, I'm gonna get.
One thing about it, these Aquarius men know they can make people like me look bad, because I'm definitely an Aquarius man, honey. I'm Aquarius sun, February the 12th. Okay, that is my birthday. I'm an Aquarius sun, Taurus moon, and Leo rising. My Mercury is in Taurus, I believe. No, Capricorn. My Mercury's in Capricorn, I believe. My Mars is in Taurus. Okay, I have a whole lot of Taurus and Capricorn energy in my chart, but I am definitely in Aquarius through and fucking through. I love my sign. I love my sign. I love my sign. Okay. Let me see. Scotty, your skin just been glowing here lately. Thank you. Thank you. No, I look, thank you for saying that, but it may be no matter what I be going through sometimes, or how tired I am, or how much, how much it is around me, I'm happy. And I think that's all that really matters, But however, we're going to continue on, y'all.
What?
He carries the same birthday as my dad. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, baby, I get it.
You get it now?
Enough said. I get it.
Listen, I've dated ball players. I've dated rappers, musicians, whatever, actors. But him having the same birthday as my dad, I was like, wait. It had me to pay attention to him, and I really thought I was marrying my father. I did. So.
Come here.
Oh.
No, listen. I feel your energy, and I feel everything you're giving. This is the most vulnerable I've ever seen you be, seriously. And if the audience was in this room, they would feel it too. I just want you to know you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And I don't want to make you cry again, but my spirit is telling me to tell you this. Your father said you did the right thing. You did the right thing. And sometimes what happens in life, you have to go through this turmoil so that you won't ever go back. And I feel like because I'm from the Midwest too.
Okay, yes.
Detroit folks, Chicago folks, we don't leave our relationship. No. We just don't. We don't leave. We stay because we feel like it's tradition.
Yeah.
And I want you to know your father is giving you permission to leave. And the reason why you're going through this hell on earth with Ralph is because everybody in heaven who are your guardian angels.
Carlos. Carlos. Now, I love you. I love you. I love you. I would take you down too. I think I said that many times before, but it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But Carlos, stop acting like you're a goddamn prophet. Talking about the spirit told him this. The spirit ain't told you a damn thing. Stop saying that the spirit told you something. Stop saying that the spirit told you something. Stop using that good daddy to get some shit out of her. Okay? Like, the spirit ain't told you shit. Stop. See, I be right here with you, but then you do this stupid ass shit that make me tell you to shut your ass up. Shut up, Carlos. You get up every single time. Shut up. You didn't have to say all that. Shut up. Oh my God. I can't. But anyway, let's continue.
Angels. Yeah. They want you to know you can never go back. Even when you have those moments where you're crying yourself to sleep at night, and I know you do.
Yeah.
Even when you're around the kids, and you sometimes wonder, could I just do this for the kids? I want you to know. I know. I feel it. It. I want you to know your father is giving you permission to never go back. And you're going through this hell so that it can be so disastrous that you know deep down inside you can never go back to that marriage. And I'm not calling Ralph a disaster, so don't make that the headline, y'all. But I need you to know my spirit is speaking to you, and your father is telling me to tell you you are going to be okay. You're going to be okay, and you're going to be okay financially too. You are. That was the last thing he wanted to tell you. Financially, you're going to be good.
I receive that.
You're going to be good. You're going to be good. What I would like to also address, speaking of finances, is you are working with Porsha's baby daddy, Dennis. And you made a comment about, girl, I'm going to sell so much music, it could pay for Pilar's college tuition for college fund. Porsha did not like that at all, child. She thought you brought her daughter into the situation. I would like for you to clear the air in terms of what you meant by that comment.
Well, watching it back, what I did see was that Shamia carried that conversation to Porsha, and it wasn't taken in the spirit that I said it. So that's first. Porsha was like, well, that's not the way Shamia delivered it to me. The way Angela said it, she was like, okay, that's not so bad. So I want to go on record saying what I said wasn't bad. And what I was saying in that moment was because I keep getting asked the same question. Why Dennis? Why are you working with Dennis? So when Shamia asked me that in that moment, I was like, this is what Dennis himself said, which I hope I get a flashback, because he said out of his own mouth, I'm doing this to build legacy for my daughter.
He said that on camera.
He did. And he continues to say it, because I've got text messages, and he would stand here and tell you that. He is not just a hot dog man, you know? He is a serial entrepreneur, which Porsha has said out of her mouth, and he said he believed in me. We stood in this studio, and he literally was emotional because he said, I believe in you so much. I know this is going to build wealth and legacy for our kids. This is going to help me put my daughter through college. So I was saying that as a way to validate his reasoning and what I believe as a blessing it would be for our families. I'm a mother. So no one was saying, and it wasn't braggadocious, but this is a blessing for all of us. You know what I mean? This is why I'm doing it. This music is bigger than me. And so that was the intention. And then when she said, well, I think her college has been paid for, I said, well, maybe whatever it can do, I feel like it's going to be able to do something. I'm not doing this to get back at Porsha. This has nothing to do with Porsha, actually. And I'm not doing it to be negative in any way. This is something I think can be a blessing.
When you saw that there's this narrative that you tried to solicit sex from Dennis, and you said something along the lines, allegedly, of you want to fuck Dennis. And Dennis said he's not trying to provide dick, he's trying to provide, you know, tracks. I know sometimes in studio that goes hand in hand.
Listen.
I did work on Love and Hip Hop after all.
Well.
So I want to know, were you ever attracted to Dennis? Now,
have you not seen my husband? I like a certain physique. I like biceps, not bellies. I really, no offense to Dennis. I mean, the physiques are different. That's what I'm saying. The physiques are definitely different.
They are.
No? Yeah.
I'm not gonna get involved in that.
I'm just saying.
I like my physique.
If you know, you know. And if you see, you see. And if you know it's different, it's different. And so it's just unbelievable to me. It's like, are we believing this? And I don't think people are believing it. I don't think you're believing it. I don't think the fans are buying it. I think that Porsha was brought here to give a life and a story that she wasn't able to deliver. And so that is the reason my name is brought up in every scene, every episode, every moment, even in her confessionals. So that's just what we're seeing. And it's unfortunate because in my real life, I'm dealing with so much that when I come into this friend group, it's just so far from the truth. You know, you hear the music. What we were doing was real. You see the fruits of our labor, and it wasn't easy. And it was a journey, and people really got behind it. And so much so, Porsha was a fan of the music before cameras went.
What do you mean?
She and I had a conversation, and she said this on, I want to say episode 1 and maybe episode 2. She definitely said we had a conversation. Dennis invited her to my birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Why would Dennis be inviting you to my birthday party if you had no idea? So people gotta, and I think the fans are seeing it. The fans are really smart. Like I can say this season, the people see what it really is. And what it really is that Porsha and I had a conversation, and I told her about me working with Dennis. Let me back up, because when she was Mrs. Gubadia, I reached out to her multiple times. Multiple times. I texted her multiple times. I called her multiple times. And what I know now about Porsha is she's just not a girl's girl, and she's just not a good friend. So in my reaching out to her, she was busy off living her princess African life. And no one heard from Porsha. She wasn't showing up. She wasn't around us. We didn't see her. We saw her on Instagram. We saw the life on Instagram that she was putting out there. And so therefore, that's what it was. And so I didn't get any return phone calls. It was not reciprocated. It wasn't reciprocated. I'm reaching out. You're not reaching out to me. When she heard about the divorce, she never reached out to me. When I heard about her divorce, I immediately reached out to her. But at a certain point in time, and I have the text messages, where I was like, you need to call me, And she said, well, let's go to eat. I said, listen, she wanted to know, what are the new girls like? I don't know about the new girls. I don't know anything. But I need to see you. I need to talk to you. Oh, not you trying to bait me. Girl, I need to talk to you, because I felt like it was something that was important to talk about. So she called me. We had a conversation. She's like, yeah, I know. I love the music. I love what you and Dennis are doing. We were in this studio, and Dennis will call her. Hey, girl. She knew what we were doing. She knew what we were working on. Dennis was like, she loves this track. She loves this track.
What's Porsha's favorite track on your album?
All of them, child. All of them, okay? She said it. She said the album is a hit. So she loves the project as a whole. Porsha called me because she apologized for not making it to my birthday party. And she said, come hang out with me and Yandy. Let's go out, girl. We need to talk and celebrate. We have so much to celebrate. We have so much to talk about with our divorces. And I was like, girl, I'm tired, because my birthday party was a lot and I'm about to lay it down. And so when I saw her at Shamia's birthday party, I'm like, let's do some shots. Like, what's up, girl? I was just so happy to see my girl. So when she came at me, that's why my mouth was open. And I didn't really I was flabbergasted. I'm like, I was so confused, because I'm like, we definitely talked a couple of times, and we've already talked about this, because as a friend, I felt like it was important to do so. So the conversation happened. When it happened was on her terms, but it definitely happened. And there was no beef. There was no issue. There was no, we need to have a conversation. We need to have a sit down because I'm feeling away. It was none of that. So that's why I was taken aback, and I was just like, because this energy seemed to be for the camera.
When you are watching this season unfold, and obviously we did see Shamia's birthday party, we saw what happened.
I agree. I definitely believe everything that Drew said. And I don't know if y'all remember or not, but last year when I was talking about the show, I told y'all that Porsha and Drew got beef. And I also said that Drew has no idea as to why Porsha is even mad with her. She walking into a scene, Porsha attacking her. She has no idea what's going on. And from what I was told, her going in on Drew the way that she was gonna make her look crazy when the show came out. And guess what happened? She's looking like she's fucking crazy now that the show has come out. What's the point of you invite her out with you and Yandy, y'all having conversations, y'all talking, and then as soon as y'all get in front of the camera, then that's when you want to show out? But people do that, though. People do that. I'm seeing that shit right now on this show I'm doing. I see that now. People be ready to flip for the camera now. I'm telling you, but I'm that one. But anyway, we're going to continue on.
Happened in the first episode. And now we're seeing this destruction between Shamia and Porsha's friendship. I would like for you to clear the air on this as well. Angela Oakley, your Chi-Town sis. Don't you love Angela?
I love it. Oh my God. I tried to get Angela on a few seasons ago.
I tried to tell the girls that we were trying to get Angela. I don't know about season 3. I was watching it back. I'm like, I don't know about season 3, but maybe it was season 6.
Okay.
But we tried to get Angela. I would get calls about Angela Oakley.
Yeah.
I think it's when she first started dating Charles. I think it was like 2015. No,
that would be about right. Well,
yeah. But long story short, you tried to get her on. Like I remember us trying to get her on.
Yep.
But I digress.
She's here now.
She's here now. She's doing a great job. So Angela revealed that you, her, and Shamia had dinner one night, and that allegedly Shamia put out her pinky finger and said what exactly? What did she say?
We did all that. That's exactly what happened.
So all three. So it was like
it was given.
It was given Power Rangers.
Yes,
so it was given that, and then it was like unite, activation.
It was activated. But Angela said she had her fingers crossed behind her back
because Angela don't trust no girls. I watched the show.
Listen, I pinky swear because Shamia and I have known each other, and I feel like we have grown to build what I would consider a friendship over the years. Angela, like, I don't know you. I just met you yesterday. So I love her energy. But Shamia and I have built a rapport and a friendship over the years. But it was like this wrestling with Shamia is the best way I could put it into words. It was a wrestling. And we had a cocktail or two. And she felt vulnerable. And I feel like she felt comfortable. And she needed to get this out. And so she was like, I need us to pinky swear because what I'm about to tell you, I need to feel like I'm in a safe space. So we pinky sweared. I'm like, what's wrong, you know? And she went on to tell us that she felt like, you know, she needed to be real and address the issues that she has in her friendship with Porsha. She went on to say how she didn't want to come across as though now she's got a peach and she's here and now she's going to tear down her friend who helped her to get on the show. She didn't want the fans to come for her in that way to feel like she's ungrateful or a bad friend. So I can tell you she was considering the fans and the look of how it would come across. As we see now, she's talking, you know, because she's like, okay, I'm in a good place. But then she was just like, you know, this is Porsha's show. She's the HBIC. And I don't know if this is a good idea, but this is the real. And she went on to say that, you know, the friendship is not in the place that everyone thinks that it's in. She was hurt by the fact that Porsha didn't come to her wedding. She was hurt by the fact that Porsha did not ever congratulate her for getting a peach, nor ever take her out to celebrate her. I would never know this. I would never know this, and I never would have thought that that was the case because Instagram shows like this great, beautiful, you know, friendship. But there was a plethora of things that Shamia said that I feel like Shamia needs to vocalize, right? Because that's her story, that's her pain, that's her journey. But she had a lot to say about how she felt like Porsha was not a good friend to her and that she has been a very loyal friend to Porsha. And we only encouraged her because myself, and I've always told Angela, I told Sonia, and how I've lived on this show is speak your truth and just be you. And that's all I can say. And so we encouraged Shamia to do that. And I think with us now knowing this and Angela speaking to Porsha, it was bound to come out. And it did. It came out.
I believe what Drew is saying when it come down to this too. But my thing is this right here. I just got to say it one more time when it come down to Shamia. You brought this on yourself by having a conversation with these two women. You had a rapport with Drew, but you really didn't know Angela like that. So it's like you having this conversation with them about your friendship when you should have had that conversation about your friendship with the friend that you're questioning. That's what you should have done. Because no matter what, I'm never going to sit up here and act as if, you know what I mean? I'm never going to sit up here and have a conversation with people that I only have rapports with about my friend and whatever issues that I may find myself having with said friend. That's never gonna happen. And you got me fucked up if you think that's gonna happen. So absolutely not. Absolutely the hell not. So Shamia, you did that to yourself, child.
Do you think Shamia is just tired of being the background singer in Porsha's life?
Yeah, I think that Shamia, first and foremost, is such a humble spirit.
She is.
Such a pure soul. I just love her. I just love who she is, and she's so dynamic, and she has so much energy, and she just seems like she puts on a happy front. Like, I'm gonna just be the life of the party. I'm gonna make everybody laugh, and she doesn't really get an opportunity to open up about who she is and how she's feeling because she's never been in a position to. So the friend of the show, she became the friend in real life. The cheerleader on the court was the cheerleader that I think she was for a lot of people, you know, but particularly Porsha. So seeing her in this position, I felt like this was her opportunity to exhale and release and exhale. And I just felt for her because I know what it feels like to be in a relationship, friendship, and you feel like you can't really speak your truth, but you want to clear the air so hopefully you guys can get to a better place. And, you know, I don't know if they will get to a better place. Of course, I don't wish breakups, fallouts on anybody. It's so hard and it's heartbreaking to see. But this was something she, definitely was at a breaking point and needed to get out.
Do you think Shamia is Porsha's lapdog?
Oh, yeah. I stand on that. I stand on that, and I said it. You'll see, I said it. I said it a couple of times, actually.
You said it already?
Okay,
yeah. You said
I mean, because it's just, you know, I believe that's who she is because, again, you know, when you don't speak your truth, what are you? You know, if you, like I said, are barking up a tree and not being your own tree, we don't really know who you are. You know, you're under someone else's shade. You're under someone else's genealogy, someone else's truth. She's been living under Porsha's shadow. And I just felt like that is the best word. People said it before me on this show. She was a lapdog. And I say it for myself now because that's what I've seen. For her to come for me about something that Porsha and I already spoke about is lapdog behavior. For her to run back a very innocent conversation back to Porsha and take it in any negative light is lapdog behavior. For her not to stand on business about what she shared with Angela and I and sulk in the moment and not stand and arrive is lapdog behavior.
Well, she got a point.
Yeah. And you know, I know a couple puppies. And I have a couple dog treats. So I can identify. You know what I mean? I mean,
you are funny.
I'm just saying. I just, you know.
Do you have any dog treats in the studio?
Listen, I think it might be some remnants.
No matter how you may feel about Drew did not lie about nothing that she just said at all. And this is coming from a person that loved him some Shamia. But Drew did not lie. And Drew is giving me life in this interview. Like, I don't know about y'all, but Drew is really giving me life, honey. Give me the life. This is the life you need to give all the time. Give me the life, Drew. Give me the life. Give me the life. That's what you're giving. You're giving me life with this interview, honey. Let's continue.
I got to keep them on hand. Running into all kind of Delulus and animals and the zoo and the jungle all together.
Lord Jesus. So when you went to Nashville, right? I love that Angela invited you. You go in, and long story short, you saw in the episode that when Porsha came to the table, it was giving Porsha gave y'all nothing. It was so, listen, I'll just be honest. It reminded me of like my days working on this show because I know those girls so well that when they would come to a dinner scene and give nothing, I'm like, what they mad at now? What happened? You learned that she found out that Dennis was filming with you and you left the trip early. You were like, I'm out of here. And then when you watched the episode, obviously you filmed the entire season so you knew what was going on. But I want to get your thoughts on this being a married woman, right? Albeit estranged, but still a married woman who was married for 10 years. When Porsha made that joke about, she better leave me alone if I fuck her husband, and you saw Shamia, Kelly, and Britt, you know, laugh at it and not say anything. And the married women in that pool is Shamia and Britt.
Right. Mm-hmm.
As a married woman yourself, if you were in that pool with them and you heard Porsha make that joke, as y'all like getting buzzed, whatever, would you have done what the other girls did, or would you have said something?
Listen, when Angela woke me up after she addressed the situation, because I was sleeping in my bunk bed comfortably, and when she woke me up to tell me what had happened, I was like, oh, no, we got to go outside. Who said it? And what did they say? I wanted to address it. And she was like, oh, I already addressed it. So for me, I obviously believe in the institution of marriage so much that I was like, even to the point where Angela has forgiven Porsha, I'm still feeling a way about it because I'm like, when you make those type of threats about someone's husband, that's not so easily forgivable to me.
It's
Filming with my, let's be clear, husband, for me, is where she crossed the line. I think husbands, marriage is sacred. You know, you go before witnesses, your family, your friends, and before God himself. I just think it sits a little different outside of just the shade. You know, if you want to talk about, I made this innocent comment about your kids, but you're talking about someone's husband, the father of her children, I think that's a new low for Porsha, and I would have definitely addressed it, and I don't think that I would have forgiven it so easily either.
I wouldn't have either.
You think Angela forgave Porsha too easily?
Yeah, and I've told Angela that. I mean, you know, I believe in forgiveness, but I believe in people proving themselves in their apologies too. Because words are empty when you don't back it up with the action. So, you know, that's just my thought. But again, you know, that's Angela's fight. But I was definitely hurting for Angela, which is why I stayed even to be there for her. And we talked almost every day after that because I wanted to make sure mentally and emotionally she was okay.
You develop a great friendship, speaking of friendships, with Kenya.
Oh, yes.
You know, we saw, and it's interesting because we kind of saw the development of your friendship with Kenya over the course of the seasons. Yeah. And you were there, obviously, during the whole debacle at the hair salon. And
before we continue with that, I agree with Drew wholeheartedly. I would never find that funny to, first of all, I ain't never got mad with somebody and been like, I ought to fuck your nigga. But then again, did I say that before? Probably was somebody I ain't fucking like. I probably said I should fuck your nigga. He want to fuck me anyway. That probably was something I said. But I would never say that about somebody's husband though, for real. Like I wouldn't say that. Like, cause at least at this point, girl, you already fucked somebody else's husband and married somebody else's husband. So making jokes like that when we know what you're capable of is kind of crazy to me because it's not cute. It's not cute, and you think it's cute, and it's not. That ain't nothing you fucking say, and you know that's not something that you say. Like, girl, what the fuck? Like, cause if anybody said that, you know, they will fuck Simon, you'll be upset. Let's just be for real. You'll be mad if somebody said they'll fuck Simon. So it is what it is. Like, no. No. And I do think Drew would have addressed her too.
I want to get your thoughts on this because there are rumors out there that you allegedly are the one who gave Kenya those photos of Britt.
Okay. I'm so very busy, aren't I? I mean, I am dating this person and Dennis, and now what did I go to Kinko's? Did I print them and download? Child, this is a lot. I'm tired. Like, this is a lot of just finger pointing and making Drew the scapegoat for other people's actions. Kenya has gone on record, which, by the way, I miss Kenya so much, because coming from last season into this season, she was like my only friend that I really built a genuine friendship with that I felt comfortable even to share, you know, my business with and my vulnerabilities with. So I do miss her. She and I talk often still. However, the issue is Kenya didn't tell anybody what she was up to. No one knew that Kenya was looking up Britt and trying to find things wherever she found them. But no, it was not me. I don't even know how to do that stuff. I've never seen Brit in anything online like that, although I've heard about it. But no.
You've heard about what?
I've heard about her having like, porn videos and some of the girls have murmured, a lot of the girls have murmured things online, and she tried to scrub the internet and clean it up.
Prior to joining the show?
Prior to joining the show, and then obviously once this was, divulged, she tried to scrub it. Kenya said that on her confessional.
I want to say this to you. This is your best season. It's your best season because
I agree.
You and Angela, to me, came in not trying too hard. Just like, y'all kind of just eased in, you know what I'm saying, in two different directions. What you're giving this season is fantastic. And when you were interrogating Brit, me, the gays, the bays, the women, the men, we were all like, you are like an official meme.
Wow.
Right now. Because you were asking the right questions. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Brit in general? Do you think she is somebody you would be friends with?
Honestly, Brit, I just don't see it for her here. I think she's better maybe for like a rags to riches type show, but Housewives, nah.
Not rags to riches.
Nah,
oh my God.
I think that, she she just doesn't want to live in her truth as we see all these allegations around her husband and their marriage and then her and then, she's just not that girl. I think she's beautiful. I would never take that away from her. And I thought that we could, after our sit down. But no, it's a no for me. I think that she's just not a good fit for this circle of girls. I don't think she displays the integrity and the honesty and the truthfulness. And she just has a lot going on in her past. And her husband. Her and she. You know what I mean? Like, they just have a lot going on. And I just don't think that they are the most transparent. I think they throw a lot of stones and hide their hands. And she's just very argumentative. You know what I mean? Like, she just comes across very angry. I think that in the Kenya situation, threatening somebody with a weapon, like she did, I've never dealt with anything like that, coming to work and feeling like someone is just so calm and comfortable throwing around pistol and weapons and the threats that she did. And so I feel like, although I've said it time and time again, I don't agree with how Kenya handled it, I just feel like there needed to be a conversation, a reprimanding, so to speak, about that behavior.
Would you like to see Kenya return to the show?
Yes, so much so, I was inviting her to scenes with me, like, girl, come on, girl, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, this is our real life, right? Because let's be honest, Carlos, like, some people give me a hard time about my life, but I show my real life. Other people talk about their life. They talk about it. I literally show my life. So for me, if you're my friend, I'm like, why are you not coming with me? Like, come with me. I'm fighting for my friend, which is why I kept speaking up for her in her absence. I feel like she has and deserves a place here. And I just feel like, what happened to the days that we talk about it as grown women and sort out our differences? Like, why all the babysitting and the getting involved and erasing people from the group that really do deserve to be here?
You have been on the show for
I do agree with what she's saying. I do agree. And shout out to the 300 people that are in here. I definitely agree with what she's saying in regards to Kenya and Brit. Because without Kenya, Brit really ain't got nothing going on. Like, she's boring me.
This is my 4th season.
This is your 4th season. Yeah. Who would you like to be on a cast with? Like, who is the dream cast that Drew Sidora would want to surround herself with?
Oh my God, this is hard. Let's see. Definitely Kenya. So we were just talking about Kenya. Nene. Because when I think of Atlanta Housewives, I think of Nene. And when I see Nene, I'm like Atlanta Housewives. So definitely Nene. At this point, bring back Sheree. Listen, I mean, Sheree and I have had our moments, but there were times where I was like, oh, hell, just come back, you know? And we have text and...
Really?
We have...
You and Sheree are texting?
We have text. I'm not gonna...
Okay, you have text.
We have text.
Okay.
And through mutual friends, we have communicated. There is, I think just with what we had going on at the time, it wasn't so far gone that we couldn't be in the space that we're in now. And I do respect who she has been on the show, who she is. And I miss our going back and forth. So I'm not gonna lie.
I do too.
I really,
But y'all, this seems so long ago. Last season's reunion, because you and her have first chair.
Yeah.
And the back and forth between the two of you were so funny. I was texting Sheree like, I am enjoying this. Like, it was so funny to me. So the fact that you can even say like, look, we had our issues, but when I look back on like what's great for the show, like Sheree's great for the show.
Yeah, Sheree and I wrote next to each other to reunion. And I'm sitting here helping her with Instagram and social media, and we're talking. And then we get to reunion, I'm like, oh, here we go. It has definitely been that type of friendship for us. But yeah, we text. I just worked with Candy and Todd.
Yes.
And Candy and I have had a clearing. And so I would say Candy, for sure. Angela, of course. Yeah, I think that about her. And I love Shamia. Shamia,
You want her as a housewife or a friend of?
As a friend. Well.
You want Shamia to be a friend?
I think that, if Shamia could show us her full, like I said, I have given y'all my husband and my estranged husband. And so I just feel like that's important for us to really get a glimpse to her as a wife too, as a housewife. We want to see that. I think that's important. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my little 2 cents there.
Okay. So listen, you have been famous for so many years. Although you're legally married, you are going through a divorce. Are you dating anybody right now? Is there any of your old celebrity men that you would like to, circle the block with?
Oh, gosh. Spin the block?
You have had a lot of attractive celebrity men on your roster.
Really?
Yes. I know that. Who was the most famous guy you dated?
Oh, Lord, I got destroyed for one that I sort of kind of didn't mention. Oh, Lord, we want to dig that back up. I mean, at the time, listen, he was not married.
Okay.
He was not dating. Okay, this was when we were very young. But the king of the NBA was someone, and you can dig up newspaper clippings and people wrote about us. My sister went online to set the record straight, That is truth. But I did also date Youngberg at the time when he was Youngberg, now Hitmaker. And we are still friends. I can say that I dated Michael B. Jordan. I've never said that out loud publicly. But people that know. And
you do like biceps.
Hello.
Listen.
I'm just gonna say. Oh my God.
My girl.
Only Carlos. Okay.
Listen.
Come on, friend.
Listen.
And that's the truth. He was on, he asked me to be his date to the NAACP Awards.
This is Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. And this is when he was on the soap opera. He was on. And yeah, like my sister Allison, he would come over and she would cook for him. And we went out, I met his mom. And, it was great. Like, yes, that is my past, as you would say, roster. But at the end of the day, like I said, like, my parents were married for 60 years. I wanted someone that I felt compatible with. outside of the names and who they were. I was like, I want what I see my parents having. I want that best friend. I want that person I'm attracted to, as well as I feel like we can build something together. So yeah, but dating, I've went on a couple of dates. I'm not gonna act like I haven't. I've gone on a couple of dates.
Regular guys, celebrity men, owners of establishments.
Wow, really? You really do be knowing.
Listen, I'm a journalist. Hey, Porsha.
Yes. I think all the above.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, all the above. It's been, just a quick little date and just like, okay. But before I find myself going too far, I'm like, I got to wrap this up because this one.
I agree.
He won't let me be great. Now, he has posted women on his social media and leaves for weeks and weekends at a time, comes home. But for me, I feel like until I wrap this up, it's just more messy, And I don't feel like I can be as available right now. But dating has been cute.
Listen, I will say this. Dating when you're either close to 40 or after 40 in this day and age is it's a little difficult, but I will say there's some gems out there, but you gotta listen. My advice to you is to explore other areas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would say that for you.
I got you.
You got me?
I follow.
Okay, you follow?
Definitely.
You won't regret it.
I've heard. I've never tried, but I've heard.
No, listen.
You gotta diversify, honey.
You have to, like your portfolio. Diversify your portfolio of income, of, incoming men. It's just, you gotta diversify your portfolio.
Well, thank you
But
for
Michael
that.
B. Jordan is single, so.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm more of an organic girly. Like if it happens and we meet and we see and we vibe at this point in our lives, it has to be a natural thing for me. I don't really like the blind dates and the setups. I'm like, if it happens, it happens. And I think right now, honestly, with everything y'all see that I'm dealing with, it's like I don't really have the capacity to take anyone serious right now. And I really need to get back to a place where I trust again. Because being married for 10 years and having who you think is your person that you trust and to realize that was the ops.
Right.
Basically, I look at him as almost the ops now.
That's crazy.
How do I trust somebody again, in that way? So I'm very guarded.
Excuse me.
Very, very guarded.
Your album is so good. And I feel like you and Coco Jones are like bringing R&B back. In its natural form. Listen, I listen to it a lot. And first of all, listen, I feel like the world, please buy this album, stream it, whatever, but you can sing.
Thank you.
You are a singer. But talk to me about the album, because if people listen to, or when people listen to it rather, you do share a lot about what you're going through. But it's such a personal album that I really want the world to really listen to it to understand more about who Drew Sidora is.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah. So talk to me about this album and why people should cop it.
This album, like I said, it is bigger than me. Not only will you listen to this album, but you will feel this album. It is a journey. So people say, well, what's your favorite record? And I'm like, for me, you can't take one record, because when you take out one record, it doesn't tell the full story. From where I was when I recorded my first record, which was Better on My Own in this studio, and just the progression of how I felt, you can literally feel the heartbreak. You can feel the days that I was like, could I rekindle this with my husband, You feel the days where I was like, F everybody, F him, and I'm outside. You feel the journey of healing. And that's really what it was. People say, why Dennis? And I'm like, why not? I got the music sent to my management, and it was the music that got us to this point. it wasn't about the person. You know, you never know who the vehicle's gonna be. And listen, Vincent Herbert signed me to Def Jam. I was signed to Slip and Slide. I was signed to Babyface. I mean, I've worked with so many amazing producers. And yet nothing ever came out, you know? When people say music is powerful, music is powerful. So this wasn't about the perfect situation or the perfect person. It was about the music that was coming in my inbox that I felt like was my therapy. It was speaking to my heart and my spirit. And it was what I needed in that season to get out, to help me to get to this place that you said you see as freedom, as a peace that I can sit in. Because keeping that internalized, it wasn't doing nothing for me. It really wasn't. And I can admit that now. There was things that I wasn't able to talk about or express. And I felt like with this album, I said everything I needed to say. From the good, the bad, the ugly, the blood, sweat, and tears. I literally like cried on this album. And that's why I feel like it's connecting in a way that's different from anything else I've done.
And you're going on tour.
Going on tour.
Talk to me about that, boo.
God is good. Like, I gotta give it to him because the response, obviously coming out, debuting number 4 on the charts. I'm almost gold in streams.
Congratulations!
Literally a few thousand away.
No, that's major in this climate.
It is amazing to get a plaque. You know, I'll get my gold plaque. But the incoming calls that are coming from major labels, so we got offers to go out on tour. And now we have locked in a tour this year, literally this summer, fall, I'll be on tour.
Spring, summer, September.
Like I said, no spring, summer, fall, huh? No, honey.
Yes!
Summer, fall. Period. Nothing more, nothing less. 10-city tour. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, you're doing good. I mean, listen, the songs, are great. The album's great. You're going on tour.
Yeah.
You're back your acting bag.
Yes.
I want to see more of you doing that too. You've been great on Lifetime stuff that I've watched.
Thank you.
And you have fans in that industry too. And then you're on this season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta is so good.
Yeah.
And you are on the most talked about reality show that's airing right now. And you have a lot going on. We are in the middle of the rest of the season. Phaedra's coming back.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on Phaedra's return to the show?
I'm sure she ain't got much to say.
You know, Phaedra is an OG. So I always got to respect an OG. That's
She's a
just
veteran and
how
OG,
I operate.
But okay.
However, I know she didn't do a lot on Married to Medicine.
She definitely didn't.
And then she came on our show pretty much at the end. But I'm hoping that we'll see her next year.
Jesus Almighty.
So,
wow.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
What did she do when she came back?
Well, she was trying to get to know everybody, so she gave us faces, and she gave a lot of faces.
That's how she can give.
You know, and some laughs, and yeah. So I can't say anything bad, per se. You know, I can't say anything bad. I can't. And we were pretty much done. You know what I mean? The work was done. So we'll see. We'll see season 17, what's in store.
You are!
You know?
You are something else. Listen, ladies, gentlemen, gays and days, give it up for the beautiful Sidora.
That's pretty much the gist of it, yeah. Oh my God. But we got through it. We got through this interview. The interview was really, really good. I must say it was very good. Drew is shady as hell. But I don't know about y'all, but this Drew actually made Drew more likable to me. Although I never disliked Drew, this interview really made her more likable in my eyes. If you're a part of the replay gang, talk about what you felt about this interview down below. Y'all, I am about to get off of here and go to sleep. Now, here I was thinking that I can squeeze a damn story time tonight, but now I'll try to see if I can do one tomorrow, a little bit after the Basketball Wives panel that I'm doing with Jamie and T, because JoJo not gonna be there because he's gonna be out of town. But yeah, we're gonna be over on Jamie's page on tomorrow, y'all. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction video. I'm about to get up off of here and lay down, and probably as soon as I lay down, I'm going to sleep. I'll holler at you good people later. I love y'all, and I will see you guys for more videos on tomorrow. Bye.
On some whole shit. What happened to the Zeus fame? Then Bobby made you change your name. For a show, still searching for a ring. Pray these hoes find better days. Cut off everybody. Don't trust nobody. Play with everybody. Don't have nobody. Cut off everybody. Don't trust nobody. Play with everybody. Don't have nobody. Nobody. Nigga never was a real one. Copping, please, spreading lies. What you hiding from? All these shows just an extra.
Little dance now, twerking on shit live. Bad bitch, munch it up, cock goblin. Slapping ass on this dick, cock goblin. Gobble up his dick, bitch, a cock goblin. Fuck him in his face, bitch, a cock goblin. Attitude bad, but I'm better. Ass poke out, just fatter.